Hey Soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we're taking a look at an important message from Kali Ma to you pertaining to a divine secret that you are ready to receive now. Can't wait to get into your reading. And by the way, if you prefer to pick your piles using your zodiac signs, you will find a timestamp for that down below, But if you prefer to pick your piles using your intuition, today you will be picking one of Kali Ma's forms that you're the most drawn to. Let me show you each form. For pile 1, this is your Kali Ma form. For pile number 2, this is your Kali Ma form. And for pile number 3, this is your Kali Ma form. If you prefer to pick your piles using your crystals, then let me add these right now. There we go. So for pile number 1, you've got the blue agate. For pile number 2, you've got the hematite. And for pile number 3, you've got the Goldstone. So take a look at which one of these 3 piles you're the most drawn to, and this will be the pile for you here today. I'm just going to put my hands because the colors change. That's more realistic. So yeah, if you feel drawn to more than one pile, maybe even all of the piles, trust your intuition. They're meant to take you to the readings you're meant to hear today. And once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps below. Click on your times and I will see you in your readings. Please note that in a moment, I will be assigning different zodiac signs to each pile. And so if this is something that you do not prefer, please pause the video and take as much time as you need. But as mentioned, if you prefer to pick your pile or piles using your signs, then my dear soul family, as you know, this part of the introduction, whoa, that's the second time. What's up these days? Wow. So let me get it and find out in which direction it fell. There we go. There's something chaotic in the energy these days. The zodiac crystals just keep falling. And it's interesting. It was from Capricorn that kept falling to Aquarius, just like I mentioned, going from Pluto in Capricorn, moving to Pluto in Aquarius. These days, it's like the crystals are talking. It's like there is a shift, guys. Can you see that? All right. So yeah, pile number 1, Aquarius. Let me pull out the rest of the crystals. 1, 2, 3. Yep. So that is pile number 1. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Pile number 2 only has 3 crystals. I will actually, one has fallen from my hands just now, so I guess that's supposed to be here. And these are, what's this? And these are the crystals, the zodiac signs for each pile. Let's explore them. For pile 1, the signs are Aquarius, Cancer, Pisces, as well as Sagittarius. For pile number 2, the signs are Leo, Taurus, Virgo, as well as Libra. And the signs for pile number 3 are Gemini, Aries, Capricorn, as well as Scorpio. So, my dear soul family, these are the zodiac signs and their association to each of the piles in today's reading. Please feel free to pick your pile or piles using your sun, moon, or rising. I highly recommend you check out the 3. Alternatively, if you prefer to pick your pile or piles using other placements in your chart, please feel free to do that. And once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps below. Click on your times, which will take you straight to your readings. Also, please note that there is a new way of picking the pile based on your feedback in the comment section. I find that a lot of you sometimes say, "Hey Reem, would you kindly pick my pile today?" So I thought of creating this section in the intro. What we do is we bring out the Magician, the High Priestess, which is 1, the number 2, and number 3 is Empress. I shuffle them, and this way Spirit gets to pick out your pile, either 1, 2, or 3 for today's reading. If you're feeling like you are confused today or you just want Spirit to pick your pile today, that section has been created for you. Let me now shuffle them. There we go. Magician, High Priestess, the Empress. Let's shuffle them around several times and ask Spirit, for those who prefer to pick their piles using your choice today, what is their pile, please? Pile number 2 would be your pile. So, my dear soul family, I hope you enjoy today's reading, and I will see you there. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. Today, we're taking a look at an important message from Kali Ma, specifically to you, about a divine secret that she feels you are ready to receive now. So these are the decks that I'll be using. As always, if you are interested in knowing the names of any of them, do know that I always list them below. But very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Ooh, look at that. Your crystal is the beautiful blue agate. Your significator card is the form of Kali Kapali. And if you're interested, and if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Aquarius, Cancer, Pisces, and Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Okay, I think we're all ready. Your deck is shuffled. Let me just take out the zodiac signs to create space here. And let's get straight into it. So, you have, oh wow, the Naga story, the Naga Besuki story. And that's really interesting, actually. I know this story, and I see great similarities in them. And we'll talk about it in due time, but also depending on where your reading is going. You've got the 70th Enneagram with predation. Actually, we've got to be careful with the pictures here. And I'm going to place this like this. So we've got predation. And some of the keywords here are abduction, capture, trap, theft, obligation, and constraint. Okay. You've got the anemone with the keyword anticipation. And the quote here by A.B. Shefford is, "I felt like an arrow pulled back and ready to be launched into something big." Wow. Okay. you've got attachment. All right, let's take a look at your tarot cards. So you've got the Eight of Wands, the Queen of Swords. Oh, that's interesting. You've got the Ace of Pentacles, the King of Wands. Now that's interesting for real. Okay. You've got the Ten of Cups, the Death and Rebirth. Okay. Let's pull out two more. I feel like they're coming out in pairs. Just did it intuitively. You've got the Judgment card. Release your judgment, I heard when I looked at that. And you've got the Five of Swords. So, what is your important message from Kali Ma? And what is your divine secret that you're ready to receive? There is two energies that I'm seeing. I see the main message and I see the two energies, especially with this Queen of Swords. Okay, let me introduce what I'm seeing to you and then we can talk about it. First off, let's begin with Kali Kapali. Kali Kapali is a beautiful form of Kali. She is the wearer of skulls, as you can see. And these skulls, they represent the demons that she has captured in order to save the universe from their atrocities. Now, the Kali Kapali, or to say it more specifically, the Kappa Lama are the beads, the mala, not the lama, the Kappa Mala, the malas, the beads, the prayer beads. And it represents, using the skulls as a prayer to Kali. And here's the thing, since we're talking about divine secret that you're ready to receive, first of all, she's represented in that form to show you that she will be there to take out the atrocities. And you can see here abduction, capture, trap. She's here, loyal, making sure she takes you out of any hardships that you're going through. If you shall call for her in prayer, she will be there, even one life after the other. She will follow you, making sure she makes that wish come true. Now, you might be wondering, why from one lifetime to another? Because here's the thing, this form of Kali is very wise and is there to also show you some hard truth. If it could be like a hard pill to swallow, but if you do decide to swallow that pill, she will make sure that she takes you out of this difficulty. So think of it this way. There is some seed that you're requested to plant along with the power of prayer, because power of prayer absolutely works. That's why in ancient times they used to repeat like a mantra, a prayer over and over. But here's the thing, doing one without the other is not capturing the full energy, full complete energy of this whole power that needs to come together, just like yin and yang. So in today's reading, Kali Ma has a specific message to you, talking to you about a difficulty that you are currently going through, or something that maybe repeats itself. Since we have Aquarius here, I just got reminded of something that keeps repeating itself in your life. Not necessarily. It could be a difficulty that you're currently going through. In any case, Kali Ma is here to teach you today on how to fully overcome a difficulty, no matter how much it repeats itself or how much difficult it looks in your life. No matter what type of energy, she will hunt it down for you. If you're feeling like strong energy that seems chaotic or out of control, you don't know what to do, here is what she believes you are ready to hear, to receive this secret divine message, because it requires the wisdom to put together something properly in order for it to fully work, in order for it to fully come into fruition. You know, some people are ready to take the strong action and take a good look at themselves and change things, not believing in energy or the power of prayer and how it can help them instantly. And other people understand that magic but are not willing to face head on with strength what they need to face about themselves, the hard truths that they need to go through. And Kalima feels you are absolutely ready to release that part of you, release this headache, and release this pain. In fact, seeing death and rebirth, it looks like it actually took you lifetimes to get to the point of where you are today. 10 of Cups, Kalima is saying, we've been in this journey together for long, and now it's time for you to see this very prayer fulfilled. Yeah, I could be right about now things repeating itself, seeing the Aquarius, since you have death and rebirth, which means that this is a lesson that you consistently had to go through. But now you're ready. This story shows that you were entrapped by the same. Here it talks about lack of discipline. I don't know what difficulty you're going through or what you're not looking at, but here it talks about how the Naga, this huge snake, divine snake, and how it helped someone over and over and over until this person was so undisciplined to their own detriment and disrespected the kind help that was given. And as you can see, entrapping themselves. Let me read a short description of the story, like a few lines. I think you will love this story. Naga Besuki, page 17. So, the keywords here are addiction, boundaries, and enablement. So the story is Begawan sought out Naga Besuki, a guardian dragon, to help pay off the debt of his gambling addicted son. Yes, it was the gambling addicted son, Manik. The unrepentant son kept reverting to his old habits, and Begawan eventually stopped helping him out of embarrassment. Manik bypassed his father and summoned the dragon to demand for more gold. Enraged, Naga Besuki incinerated him in response. Begawan begged for mercy, and Naga Besuki revived his son on the condition that he would be condemned to live in the mountains forever to atone for his actions. You know, this summary really cuts out a lot of the repetition in the original story. So he was helped by his father many times to come out of the debts, and then the Naga helped him many times to come out of the debts, and he would still be undisciplined until the Naga eventually decided, as you saw in the story, condemned him to live in the mountains forever. So, paid off his debt but condemned him. So, see, you've got a snake here and you've got a snake here. Wow. Or a dragon snake. So, my understanding is that you've gone through a lesson, the repetitiveness, the same mistake over and over. Perhaps it could be like an action that you weren't taking due to an addiction or some form of healing that you were going through, that you continue to repeat the same pattern. Yeah, repetition of pattern over and over, and you weren't allowing yourself to come out of this lesson. There was something with addiction that you were highly reliant on. It doesn't have to be actual, like the usual things we see as addiction. Sometimes addiction could be like coping mechanism, using the same coping mechanism over and over, and not really going through the pain or facing that which hurts your mind, that which is beating you, leading to that consistent experience of whatever this capture or trap or abduction or whatever this is, the constraint that you go through. So here, Kali wants to show you that sometimes you need to go a few steps like an arrow, feel that pain in order to rise and come out of it. It could look momentarily as difficult to say, oh no, I can't go without this addiction or coping mechanism. I can't do that, but this is really what you need to face. This is the seed you need to plant. Kali here is showing you that the combination of simply planting that seed, it's not, maybe your mind's like, oh no, but if I plant this seed, I'm going to lose this, I'm going to lose that, I'm going to lose this, I'm going to lose that. That's going to happen to me, this, that, and the other. And Kali here is showing you that the prayer does work, especially the combination of the two. There is this ancient understanding that if you call upon a deity, if you call upon Kali, and you repeat a prayer, repeat your prayer, while holding true to your promise of planting that seed. That's it. That's all you need to do. You will see the magic instantly happen in your life and completely change. And I believe Kali is seeing for you that this is the lifetime where you're going to release this attachment. This is the lifetime you're going to grow and move forward. This is the lifetime you're going to feel very happy. It's the lifetime that you will release this coping mechanism, and it's the lifetime that you will start enjoying for real what it is that you are seeking. The prayers work, and you see attachment here. We've got addictions and attachment. It looks like it is a release of a huge attachment that you have towards something. And you can even see it here in the Queen of Cups. To not follow your emotions. Queen of Swords, sorry, not the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Swords. Not be influenced by your emotions because they are, it seems, pushing you to go towards a coping mechanism. And she is inviting you to get into your discipline, which you have with the Queen of Swords, which you have that strength with the King of Wands. So I'm seeing, be disciplined. Don't follow this emotion. Just plant the seed and use the power of prayer. I will be there. Use your power of, use these two, and you will see how in this lifetime, right away, things completely transform for you. Everything in your life. 10 of Cups is ultimate happiness. You will see, as if you're watching it happen right in front of your eyes, how you're taken from one existence to another. And that's the reality of things. From one time frame, one reality to another. From one universe from another. Almost like, you see? That taken from one world to another. You transcend your current world and your experience instantly changes. You choose on your own to go a few steps backwards and to move forward. And these happen with these two, not one without the other. Plant the seeds and instantly stay disciplined with your mind, with the power of praying. Pray with strength. Repeat this mantra with your strength. It's not, this one is my observation, it's not with your emotions, it's with your mind. Repeat the mantra with clarity and power. Repeat the mantra as you take a few steps to do the very thing you haven't been doing, which is not following this specific coping mechanism, because you won't believe how this specific coping mechanism has been holding you back lifetimes. Kalima believes that you are ready in this lifetime to release it and end the suffering and the pain that it is causing you. It's become your best friend, controlling you, telling you to go right, to go left. And although your intuition has been, with the crow here, loud and clear about being free and setting yourself free, I think you have been allowing it to beat you. And now it's time to release yourself from this pain. It is the completion in this lifetime. And you will see so much abundance once you just have a little faith of planting that seed by withdrawing fully from that attachment, coping mechanism. Also, the number 7 is bold and strong. So I don't know, is this like repeating it 7 times? Let's inquire about that. What is the number 7 that I'm noticing saying? Please. 3 of Cups. Ace of Cups. Knight of Cups. It's crazy. Look at that. It gives the number 7. 3 plus 1, and the knights are 12. That's another 3. So this makes number 7 again. But it's divided. We see a pattern of 3, 1, 3. Is this talking about the mala? How you're supposed to do the prayer? 3, 1, 3. It's crazy, you know? I actually read something about the number 3 when it comes to manifestation, that you're supposed to do it in 3s. Like, for example, when you want to manifest something, put 3 intentions on how it can benefit you, 3 intentions on how it can benefit others. But here we're seeing also a focus, 1, on how you will enjoy it. So look at this, guys. She is showing you how to make your prayer. When you're making your prayer, divide them into 7. So, yeah, divide them into 7. First of all, start off with how this prayer, wish 3 things pertaining to this prayer in terms of how it's going to benefit your loved ones or others that you care about. And then make a prayer and focus on, in that prayer, how you're going to enjoy it. And then make 3 prayers on how it's going to benefit you. Okay, let me give you an example, and this looks so surreal, so divine. Let's say your prayer in getting out of a difficult situation is, let's say you are married to an abusive person, for example. I hope this never happens to anyone. I just want to show you an example. And you've got children, but the thing is, you must, you're not working, right? And so your prayer surrounds finding the right job so that you can be financially free, you and your children. Let's say this person is attached to the false sense of safety that this person, quote in, quote out, is providing. Obviously, they're not. But the false sense of safety that this person is feeling and not going out in the world and seeing what their potential is. And so here, it's not about, hey, go out and find a job and do this and do that and then pray to me. This is like, just start. This is just start and pray. Make your prayers. Just start as in apply, for example, your CV. You might, or just look around in what jobs you can do that you would enjoy and can bring you a lot of money, enough to support you and your family. If you're outside of it, it seems crazy, but you haven't tried in that case. And so following that example, you would start looking. You would start taking action, just planting the seeds, looking for jobs, applying for several. That's planting the seeds. And you never know, you might find that job that would free you and totally eliminate that specific limiting belief that safety lies there in this predator like or in this abusive maybe relationship, this toxic relationship for you and your children. And here it's just looking out there and applying your CV, as well as the power of prayer. Together they do magic. So this person would start taking that action, like adjusting her CV, for example, for the first time, being bold and asking around and applying their CV in different places. After research, taking a look at things, making these limiting beliefs fall as they apply in one place after the other and wait for emails to come in. That, in conjunction to the repetition of prayer with strength, as this person refrains from the old ways of doing things. And so here she would make the prayer in this way: 3 for others, 1 for something that she loves, and 3 for things that would benefit her. So 3 for others. I pray that I find this job that is abundant so that I can take care of my children well. Make sure that they have a safe home to be in, and even be able to provide them the education that I envision for them. I wish to get this job so that I achieve my biggest dream and have enough money to be the business owner of this specific thing that I always imagined myself to be able to find the right connections, save the right money, and one day do this beautiful business that I envision for myself, to be able to reach that type of success that revives my heart, that I would love to see for myself. 3 benefits that this job would give this person. I wish for this job so that it allows me to be an independent person. I wish for this job so that it benefits me by being able to get the things that I need for myself, including things like personal care and things that I love seeing. I wish to get this job so that I am able to stand strong in front of the people that are creating this abuse, are entrapping me, these different people, so that I'm able to stand strong and nobody is able to twist my arm in that way again. So you see how Kali is advising you to make this divine prayer. 3, starting with 3 benefits for others. 1, how a prayer in specifically how it speaks to your heart and what you desire. and 3, in terms of how it can benefit you. And this is why I wanted to make the example to show you what I mean by the difference between these two and how to do it here, as I see in your cards, the number 7. Once you have them written down, repeat, 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 believing and knowing that prayer absolutely works. Place the seed and do the prayer, and you will see your whole world shifting. You will be released from this headache. You will never have to go through this coping mechanism ever again. You will be absolutely liberated. And that is what I see Kali Ma wants to show you as your divine secret, that you're ready to receive. Because she's showing you here that you're absolutely ready to release it, not in this lifetime, not just in this year, right now. This is your time. Release it, Kali Ma is showing you. It's like an arrow. It will sting a little bit, but boy, are you moving forward. Should we get like a quick peek on how your life will look like right away as you release it, plant that seed, and make that prayer? Temperance card is the card of manifestation. Right away, things will shift. I see with the wings, just as this judgment card, something about you rising, transcending this experience. You will not be going through that experience again. Your life instantly changes to another reality. I forgot that part. You're instantly taken to another life. Yes. That other life has everything completely different than the one you're living in now. Trust this process. You're ready to believe it. You're ready to take it in. You're ready to follow it. Oh, look at that card sliding. And the Wheel of Fortune. This is the wheels of fate turning to your favor. You're going to be very lucky, is what I'm seeing. So yeah, trust the process. You're ready to receive this. You're ready to apply this divine advice, this divine secret in this manner, explained exactly in this process, and you will see magic in your life. Just apply it and see for yourself. And this is exactly what I see in your reading, my dear pile number 1. I truly hope you've enjoyed it, and if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 1, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. Today, we're taking a look at an important message from Kali, specifically to you, regarding a secret that she feels you are ready to now receive, a divine secret that you are ready to receive and ready to fully grasp. So these are the decks that I'll be using for your reading today. If you're interested in knowing the names of any of them, you'll find that I always list them for you guys below. But very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful Hematite. Your significator card is the form of Kali, the Dakshina, Kali Ma Dakshina. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Leo, Taurus, Virgo, and Libra. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. All right, so let's get straight into it and see what your message is. What is this divine secret that you are ready to receive? So, you've got the Sweet William, Gallantry, Grant me a single smile. So the quote here is by Abraham Cowley. And it says, Sweet William, small has form and aspect bright, like that sweet flower that yields great joy delight. Yields great Jove delight. Okay. Okay, you've got community. It's like the ecosystem in this card. All right, you've got the Enneagram. Oh, we gotta be careful with the nudity here. So I'm gonna use these two zodiac signs. Right, a collective plague. We were just talking about community, right? Interesting. So amorality, bad inclination, crushing other, pretending, lack of values, money extortion, immediate profit. Maybe you live in a corrupt society or corrupt community that's acting a bit primitively, or maybe they're not. Maybe the stress level is at an all-time high for everyone at the moment. And so it's pushing everyone in the community or in the group of people maybe around you to try to snatch whatever they can get from each other. Something like that, but I'm not sure. We'll find out and see what the secret here is and what Kali Ma wants to share with you. But let's wait. You've got here a story about the careless princesses. So here we see overindulgence, rivalry, and balance. Yeah, the idea of rivalry or community harming in general each other or something is pretty strong in your pile here for one reason or the other. We'll find out in a moment. But one thing I will do is that I'll read a very short description about the story here of the rivalry or the careless princesses. Okay? Oh, look at that. Between appearance and authenticity. Maybe you are in a community that's competing with each other, or looking at appearances or the facade at least of something, not looking at the core of things and the importance of interpersonal relationships or something. I'm not sure. I think I've got to wait. Let me pull out your tarot deck. Let's pull out the first row, and if we need more, we can always expand. But I am seeing an emphasis in your community card about the interconnectedness of the trees through the roots. It's like the third of this card. There's a huge emphasis here. We're meant to see that everything is interconnected. You know how one tree can communicate with another tree at the far end of the forest. So there's something about interconnectedness between all of you, or interconnectedness, maybe in communication, not sure. We'll find out. It's another thing I've observed. So you've got the Knight of Pentacles with roots of stones. Yeah, the roots, right? What are the odds? Seeing two cards speaking about roots? Wow. You've got the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, the matriarchal bear. You've got the Ten of Cups. You know, the matriarchal bear is known to pamper herself very well. She takes care of herself very well. Ten of Cups. Is it focus on your happiness? I don't know. Just like we gotta wait. You've got the Two of Cups. Ooh, the interconnectedness. I feed you, you feed me. This reading keeps taking us in different directions. You've got the Chariot. Another bear. You've got the Flower of Cups. That's the Queen of Cups. And you've got the Ace of Cups. This card moved as I was taking it, so I'm gonna take it out. The Ace, another Ace, wow, the Ace of Swords. Let's keep it right there and see what the reading is saying here. What's the secret? What's the important message? I think the story here is going to tie everything in. Let's take a look at the story, The Careless Princesses. The Careless Princesses, page 26. The Princesses and the Giant Spider of Pindaya. So, 7 princesses slipped out of the castle to have time off from their duties. They lost track of time and found themselves trapped in the web of a giant spider. Fortunately, a heroic prince was close by and managed to slay the giant spider and save them. This card is asking you to find a balance between leisure and duty. It reminds us that while taking a break is crucial for our well-being, we must not overindulge and lose sight of our environment. The princess's perilous encounter with the giant spider mirrors the potential consequences of neglect. Oh, that's not rivalry, that's revelry. Right, I didn't see it properly in the small font. Revelry. So this could mean that maybe there's loud noise that your community is making at the moment. And it could perhaps be scaring you. And I talk about fear, of course, because we've got kalima in the form of dakshina, which is the form that protects you from the things that you are afraid of. She can conquer even the most extreme fears. And you can see here her 4 arms represent how she can give you what you need. You don't need to be afraid. And she wields the divine weapon to make sure she conquers the things that you are afraid of. So this is why I'm mentioning fear. And also we've seen something about high levels of stress in the community. Spider roots, everything's connected somehow. So what's the secret before I begin to show the observation? Or maybe I'll reach the secret once we put it together. And speaking of which, the prince here, freeing the princesses, represents the form of Kali Dakshina. That maybe there is something that your community is afraid of, and you don't need to worry because you will be saved. So that's first of all, before we get into the secret itself. There's something about the stress levels being high. There's something scary at the moment with the community. Everyone's trying to snatch something or do something because out of fear. Your important message from Kali is be authentic and don't be so afraid. Don't join in the chaos. I will be there saving you and even saving everyone else. And it's important that everyone else is saved because everything is interconnected. It's important for you to know that whatever is creating the chaos, the fear, will be conquered, and that this will yield great joy of delight, great joy for you and others. It will eventually calm down. Everyone's going to be happy here. 10 of Cups, community, family, everybody's going to be happy here. And so this is going to resonate differently for everyone listening. Lack of values. Maybe this chaos is due to everyone wreaking havoc because of an inclination towards lack of values. Maybe this is something about pretentiousness with pretending here, the appearance versus authenticity. Maybe your community is wreaking havoc because of the amount of showing off, maybe with pretentiousness, or the extreme focus on appearance rather than authenticity. Something here within your community is obviously not going right. It's wreaking havoc and it's instilling fear upon you and everyone. It's causing everyone to act in such a careless way, forgetting everyone's looking out for themselves, forgetting that everyone and everything is interconnected. I have no idea still why you're hearing this, but maybe you understand. But I'm just going to make sure I read the cards and we'll understand as we go along. Speaking of fear, I just noticed that these are in conjunction to each other, and we just read gallantry. Grant me a single smile. Oh my God. Now, this is actually a personal secret. This is a personal secret meant to be delivered to you. You won't believe this. Every time I think of reading and a thought hits me and I just write it down and do it, I think of it in one way and then I open the reading and find a totally different thing. This is a secret meant to be given specifically to you, pile number 2. It's not, it's specifically to you. When I explain it, you'll understand what I mean. So it seems to me that Kali will be using you, and in such an easy way, because you are ready to play that grand role in your society, to alleviate that amount of stress level. Because when it alleviates, when this this stress level is alleviated, it's going to put the ecosystem back in order. And it might be crazy to hear this, but with a single smile, or I'll show you what it means in a moment, grant me a single smile with a simple application of the advice I'm about to show you, an easy guidance that Kali Ma will show you in your reading today, that will put the whole ecosystem or the community back to grounded level. And you will be doing that favor for them or that act for them, but it will be giving back to you. So it's not just a role, a grand role that you will be playing, and an easy one, mind you, but your effect will be pouring back to you and how the ecosystem comes back together. Here is what Kali Ma is guiding you to do. While everyone is acting careless, only thinking about themselves, Kali Ma is guiding you to take very good care of yourself at the moment. And this is her message specific. This is why your reading started out with, don't worry, I got this. I'm going to take care of this. What I want you to do is to take very good care of yourself. Firstly, in the knowing that the sort of chaos and stress that you're seeing now is not going to continue on the way it is. And it might be crazy to learn that you will be the reason, just like a domino effect, through your energy, your grace with the Queen of Cups. The way you walk, the way you exude that loving energy, through you taking good care of yourself, will have a ripple effect on your community. It's kind of like when there's stress and you watch your parents when you were little, and as they go through this situation that you thought was scary, and they look fine, they look happy, everything's good, you're like, oh, okay, it looks good. So there's something about take very good care of yourself and take life slowly with the Knight of Pentacles. At this time, indulge in so much self-care, enjoy your life, bring your energy levels down, enjoy your inner world as much as you can. You know, cook for yourself, have walks, make the best out of what you have to have a great life now. And that's very important. In fact, 10 of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles shows that because you have this important role that you have no idea about, and just how much you can create a ripple effect. Maybe you're a leader with the Queen of Pentacles. Just because you have that great effect, just like the flowers, that sweet energy to you, or that sweetness, or that or that effect in how when you take care of yourself, others take care of themselves, or something, one way or the other. There's this sweet flowery energy to you. And so as you take care of yourself, you create that ripple effect in your community, and they take care of themselves, and the whole community adjusts. It's crazy, but just like it is crazy to know that one tree communicates from one end of the forest to another at the very far end of the forest. There's more to the unknown than you know. So you will be blessed with so many blessings with the Queen of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, and so much happiness. Take care of yourself, because that energy that you exude out of you with the Chariot will reach everyone else in your community. And that's why it's so important to take care of your heart, to take care of your vibration, because that vibration will be strong enough to clear out the fears and the worries and the thoughts, and to bring back clarity to that community. How? Don't ask me. But what I'm seeing is that energetically is true. It's all connected, maybe in a way that I don't personally understand. Everything is connected through the web. Oh, sorry. There we go. So sorry. Everything is interconnected, and everyone is part of it. Everyone plays a role one way or another. In either wreaking havoc or bringing it back. And everyone shall play a role. Do you see a cup pouring into the other, pouring into the other? Something to the effect of you taking care of yourself will have an effect on someone, that will have an effect on someone, that will, and it's like a domino effect of some form. And so you feeding yourself will be akin to you feeding others. And it's going to work like that, from one cup to the other, until that vibration has a positive effect on everyone. It will be like a ripple effect, emotionally specifically. And somehow the vibration of people's hearts, the people around you, it's going to sound good. It's going to feel good. Everybody's going to change. Whether the way they deal with money, the lack of values, the pretentiousness, the crushing others in order to benefit from others, whether it's one thing or the other, or all of the above. Slowly but surely, with the Knight of Pentacles, you play that vibrational role. And this is why it's important for you to hear Kalima's message to you, and that secret about how you're being used in that sweet way. And so, gallantry, grant me a single smile. What you're guided to do is to have faith first. This is why it's so important for you to have faith in the knowing that it's all going to be okay. Don't be too bothered by it, or consumed by it, or be even afraid of it. Stand strong in the knowing that you will be protected first, but everybody's going to be protected. And it starts with you being so blessed in life, so that it helps you even with that great mission. And so what you're guided to do, other than take care of yourself in the inner world, obviously, in the outer world, be at peace and at zen, because a single smile from you, a single energy of everything being okay, when observed from the outside, will have that ripple effect of going, oh, it's actually okay. Oh, it's all good. Oh, I want to take care of myself like that. Oh, there's other ways of doing things. Lead by example through your tranquility. And that will have a ripple effect on your whole community. What an amazing message to get. Wow. Yields great Jove delight. And through you, and many other things, obviously, you will be saved and the community will be saved. And you're being used in that way to change the vibration of the people around you, from the one end of the forest to the very end. You never know. Maybe talking about the whole world even. I don't know. But it's a community. Take care of your heart. And your heart, although it looks small, is going to be so potent, and it will take care of everybody else. And obviously you're ready for that role since you're hearing the message. Let's expand on the reading. See, the Chariot is movement, finally movement. You take care of yourself, you move and spread that energy to everyone else. Everyone shall receive it. Okay, really, really lovely. Let's continue. You've got the seed of, speaking of roots, place the seed. So the seed of thunder. You know, everything is thoughts. And it might not make sense on the outside, but that's one of the secrets here. Everything is thoughts. And when you vibrate right, that's why I've got the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords. You clear your thoughts, your heart clears, enjoy your life, take it easy with the Knight of Pentacles, and that's the seed for everyone else. It's a leap to humanity. Remember when that leap, when Armstrong first landed on the moon, the infamous words were, it's one small step for a man, one giant leap for mankind, right? So you take one small step for a man, for yourself, and it's a giant leap for mankind. Crazy, but that's the divine secret that I'm seeing for you. So you've got the Page of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, and look, the seed led to full harvest, right? The Sun card, healing. The Judgment card, and you've got Ouroboros, a complete cycle. It's like the collective rise of everyone. The Judgment card, right? It's like the collective transcendence of everyone. Wow, wow. And you've got the Ace of Pentacles. It's like you change your world and you pass that learning on to others to change their world. Wow. So, just like I'm showing you here, trust with your mind, with the Page of Swords, that it's one small step for you, it's a leap for everyone else. And that seed that you plant today in your mind for yourself, the little things you do in this community, you know, the smile, the gentleness, the emotional balance, your energy exuding as you take care of yourself, will lead very soon into great harvest, and in which you yourself will benefit from. Because when you are happy, when your community is happy, that has a ripple effect on you too. So it's like a collective healing here, a collective rise, transcendence. Wow, it's like you're pass on this great knowledge that I'm giving to you, to others, but with the pentacles, not through information, but more like through your action, presenting something solidified, something that they can see, admire, and take on and learn on from you. My God, the Judgment card. This is, like I said, enlightenment, transcendence. And look, something in the sky here. It's the time of a rise for everyone, and you're leading it in that way. Wow, what a secret. You are ready to hear that. That's a big one. Something about the sky, the heavens. 6, there's alignment. It's that time for this to happen. So yeah, my dear pile number 2, something about it's the time not to get into the energy of fear. When you're in the energy of fear, remember it's written for you to live a great life. And remember that Kali Ma gave a message specifically to you, promising you that she will conquer the fear, help you. That's the role of Kali Ma Dakshina. Help conquer the fear no matter how big. So don't be afraid. It's not the time for you to be afraid of anything really, even if it's from the community itself. She's got it. She's leading with her right foot. It's symbolic of taking the right actions to create that order during times of chaos. Yeah, just focus on you. She is telling you that she will conquer your fears, no matter how big. So don't be afraid. It's a time for you to genuinely take care of yourself. That type of vibration needs to be exuded from your heart to everyone around you. Perhaps your heart has high frequency and you will benefit just like everyone else. There's collective healing going on here, as I can see in your reading. What a message. Wow. And in a weird way, strange way, although we have been looking at, it wasn't in this card, the selfishness was in that card. Selfish, depending on how you tune into that energy, can either be a good frequency or a bad one. Taking very good care of yourself so that you take care of others is a good form of what we call selfishness. But taking care of yourself by harming others, that's a low vibration of that energy. The yin and the yang, everything, just like a knife, has 2 sides, and it's how you approach it. And so here you need to be very selfish in the good way. Take very good care of your life. Enjoy your life. You must, personal care, Queen of Pentacles, the matriarchal bear, really knows how to pamper herself. So pamper yourself. Take care of yourself in a balanced way, obviously with the Queen of Pentacles. Be balanced in your approach to life. Take good care of yourself, and that shall vibrate and inspire others, leading society, your community, to take a huge leap, collective healing. This manifestation of what you can do, that is what will be passed on. And so it's not about talking about it, it's about genuinely indulging in that energy to show others and lead by example. That will be passed on from one energy to another. Perhaps it will be the new example. Perhaps your balanced energy will show others how to do it in a balanced way. I'm not sure. Perhaps it's the vibration and the frequency that will be passed on, healing the collective. All in all, my dear pile number 2, this is exactly what I see in your reading as your important message from Kali, specifically to you, about a divine secret that you are now able to receive. I truly hope you've enjoyed your reading. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 2, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. Today, we're taking a look at your important message from Kali, specifically to you, letting you in on a secret that she feels you are ready to receive. Can't wait to get into your reading. These are the decks that I'll be using. If you're interested, we've got 2. If you're interested in knowing the names of any of them, you'll find that I always list them for you guys below. But very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful Goldstone. Your form of Kali today is the Bhuvaneshwari. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Gemini, Aries, Capricorn, and Scorpio. Welcome to your reading, guys. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Okay, so let's see what cards you've got. This is a story about the rock on the road. The keywords here are honesty, honor, and integrity. I've read this story before, but I'll read the short description of the story for you guys in a moment. This way we get to look at the details of your message, the idea of your message. You've got the two bros with dangerous pleasure. Right, so this is a quote by Friedrich Nietzsche. I hope I pronounced his name correctly. Friedrich Nietzsche. And the quote is, "The secret of reaping the greatest fruitfulness and the greatest enjoyment from life is to live dangerously." Ooh, nice. Okay. Very interesting. You've got Will O' the Wisp. Is that Will of the Wisp? I'll check in a moment. Let's wait for now. You've got... we gotta be careful with the nudity. I'm going to place this here. So we've got sin. Oh. All right. So the keywords here are luxury. That's the main keyword. But other keywords are libertinism, depravity, excess, seduction, without respect, exploiting others. Okay. And the other card is mental tendency. The keyword mainly here, it's a card of mental tendency. The main keyword is paranoia, suspicion of conspiracy, mistrust, fear, trouble, psychosis, persecution, delirium. Right. Thinking center between mistrust and trust. I just had a conversation yesterday, an interesting conversation with someone new that I just met, and we were going back and forth about trust and mistrust and our ideas of trust, whether we should trust people or not. It's very interesting that that comes up here. If our conversation somehow fits into your reading, I will share a little bit of our different point of views, because my point of view I thought was very logical, but then the person I was talking to was very convinced of theirs, and I just noticed how we as human beings tend to hold completely different ideologies, and we absolutely believe that we are right, and and that's absolutely all right. It's interesting to listen to the different point of views. Okay, so let me check your tarot cards to see what Kalima wants to show you, specifically to you, and what secret she wants to reveal to you that you're ready to receive. So you've got the Seven of Wands, the Emperor, ooh, the Empress. Now that's interesting. Okay. You've got the Two of Cups. Wow. Emperor, Empress, Two of Cups. For some of you, this could be pertaining to your romantic relationships. Not necessarily, of course, but it's there. You've got the Ten of Pentacles, the King of Swords, the Five of Wands. Gosh, I mean, is it like either love, abundance, or struggle and fight? My God. Which mimics the energy that I felt here in the paranoia card, looking between trust and mistrust, either good or bad. Five of Wands. Anyways, and you've got the Two of Pentacles. You've got a lot of twos suggesting a balance that is needed. Okay. A balance that is needed. So whether this has to do with, there's some form of a message that pertains to partnerships for sure. Whether this talks about you and your spouse, you and your girlfriend or boyfriend, you and your business partner, you and your relationship with others in general, it's there. The Two of Cups, the Emperor and the Empress. And there seems to be a balance that is needed. The kings and the queens are balanced, energies of their element. Here we've got the balance of the mind with the King of Swords. There needs to be a balance of the mind that will lead to great abundance, because obviously the situation we're reading about, which again we'll find out more about, requires balance, especially in the mind, to be able to reach abundance. Oh yeah, I was going to say your situation holds a lot of potential for great abundance, in whatever abundance means for you. In this case, it needs a lot of balance. Balance mainly in the mind, right? But also that will lead to balance emotionally and balance in the way you perform things, the actual steps, solid steps that you take. Oh my God, doesn't this look like the Deva dance? And I bring it up. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I just saw a synchronicity that is crazy. You know, going back to your form of Kali, the Bhuvaneshwari is a goddess that is very much associated with the creation process, not just the sustenance, Kali, right? But also the creation, because it is known that in the Deva dance of creation of the world, of the universe, with the Deva dance of creation, Kali Ma would hold time, and Bhuvaneshwari would hold space, thus the space and time needed for creation. So that is something I've noticed. I'm sure I'll be able to tie it in with the rest of the message, but I just noticed that synchronicity. So we have that in hand, and we'll uncover this message together and its secrets together during the reading. Right. So we've got another element here of the story as well. Let's take a look at the element of this story, and then when we know our puzzle pieces, we'll put them together. The Rock on the Road. The Rock on the Road story is page 27. Let's see the short description of that story. The Rock on the Road, honesty, honor, integrity. In a small village, a stubborn rock obstructed the road and impeded travelers. A determined farmer decided to remove the rock for the sake of all who used the road. This revealed a hidden treasure under the rock, which he promptly presented to the king. The king revealed that it was his plan all along to reward the one who helped the community, and the farmer left with both the treasure and the king's blessings. I mean, I've read the story before, but I absolutely forgot the details here. I knew it was about a farmer removing a rock. So there's something about everyone not taking that specific action, and it's like everything is tried except that one thing, but in actually finally figuring it out and doing that one thing, a great treasure is revealed, right? So that's another piece. We've got another piece about allure, for example. I know it's a quote that talks about living dangerously. I will definitely take that into consideration. But I know the tuberose is associated with allure. In fact, Marie Antoinette, when this rose was discovered from flower was discovered from Asia, it smelled so good. She ordered that a perfume or a scent would be created specifically for her so that she would smell in that alluring way. So there's this idea of allure, danger, luxury, something like that. So why is it all here? It's the dance of creation. It's all a dance. It's like it's not one thing or the other. It's about how you hold time and space for it to happen. Well, I guess we have all our pieces. Let's start putting it together. So it looks with the Seven of Wands and the Five of Wands that you struggle greatly. You're really challenged with the Seven of Wands and the Five of Wands with something pertaining to, it's not just relationships. Empress, Emperor, and luxury could also be part of that same dance. It could also be business, luxury, money, achieving the abundance that you want, especially, by the way, that Bhuvaneshwari is associated with with abundance and fulfillment, right? So both aspects I see clearly in the reading. And they usually come together, Venusian energy after all. But in any case, yeah, whatever resonates with you, please hear it from that aspect. What do I see? I see that you're greatly challenged in this area, whichever one of these two resonates with you. Greatly challenged. You see a lot of things standing in your way. Are you up for it? Absolutely. You're definitely up for it. But you're really struggling through it with the Five of Wands. And there's something about taking a risk. There's some form of risk that is needed. We'll find out what it is in a moment together. Some form of choosing a form of risk that will be very alluring. But the balance of how you do it, this risk, how you treat it in terms of space and time, the space that you hold and the time that you allow it to manifest, will be the one thing that everyone's not doing in that situation. Nobody. I mean, many people could be successful in it, or the few people that do it are the ones that find the treasure. And it's designed this way for people to eventually, whether in business or in love or connections with others, to finally reveal that balance in order to get the treasure. Yes, between mistrust and trust. Like there's always something about not one side is right, not one side is wrong. Like, for example, our discussion yesterday was pertaining to what we believe is right when it comes to trusting people. So my opinion was that trust is, I was telling her, trust is supposed to be granted, and you shouldn't just give it for free, because that leads to you being vulnerable to others, using that kind of kindness, which is a great form of kindness, to give your trust for others to use it. From her point of view is that no, you got to be more open, and because being overly not trusting towards others will make you miss the fact that you can meet people, lovely people in life. And we went back and forth, but it's not like canceled. You got to take your time to like fully trust in that. It's not like being closed. No, you got to be open for that to happen. And you get the idea. We went back and forth about our point of views towards that. So there is something about not one person being entirely right or one person being entirely wrong in whatever the challenge here is. And maybe within you, maybe you're holding two point of views and you don't know what to do when it comes to work, when it comes to your connections with others. Something about not one thing, don't refute one thing for the other. Hold both energies like the yin and the yang. Create space for both energies and time for it to come together in balance. So examples of holding two things together. In work, for example, oh no, I mean, the workforce must be fair. It must give us time. It must give us the proper compensation for our work. And that's absolutely correct. Oh my God, this is an absolutely correct argument. The other argument is, you know, you got to give a lot of your work in the time in the beginning, and that's a fair deal for the company that is training you, so that you are able to learn and get compensated in the right way. So is one of them entirely right and the other entirely wrong? Must people be properly compensated and given the right time to live, to have a balanced life? Absolutely. But is it absolutely wrong for people to trade in the beginning their time in order to learn? There could be a right aspect for it if people should choose to. Absolutely, if people should choose to make that trade. So I'm not here to open discussions, and my opinions could be wrong, other people's could be right. I'm just giving these as examples to try to explain the balance that I'm looking at, of whether it's about trust, whether it's about time versus money and proper compensation, whether it's about doing what you love versus getting the money for it. I don't know. It could be many things. I will never know. Many people are listening to one reading at a time. And so it's just my job to read the energy. And as I'm seeing here, you must hold. Sometimes you can have the right idea about a balance, but it will not be fully fulfilled and come to form until you give it the space in order for it to evolve, just like a womb, and grow, and the time for it to grow, to manifest into its proper balance. You see what I mean? So where do you fall? Where is the challenge that you have with work or other people? And I'll tell you the secret in a moment as we are working towards it. So where is your challenge there? Where do you usually fall or find challenge? And what are the two different opinions about, especially the one that you absolutely disagree with? And where can you find the balance between the two so that you can hold the space for it to show you how it's meant to come together? Because you can have an idea of how it comes together, but maybe it can show you how it actually comes together by time. And if you give it the space to adjust and readjust and show you how they fit in together like a puzzle, how they unite together by giving it time and the space to continue to experiment with it, for example, the space to continue to work in it and not avoid it because it could be very challenging for sure here, then you will be able to find the balance and right understanding of how to manifest it fully and enjoy the luxury of it, the liberty, the great energy, the luxury of being able to live that reality that maybe so many others aren't able to experience. And so there's something about taking the risk. While some people are in one energy over the other, each one is benefiting in one way over the other. This is why there is a difference in point of view. This is why each one is convinced about the way they do things. Whether it's the person who believes they should manipulate others to get what they want, and we should never hold the energy of manipulation, of course. I'll tell you what I mean. Or the person who never wants anything from anyone and just wants to give, There is a middle ground here. You shouldn't be like a pushover or a manipulator, but there's something that you want to take from each aspect of the idea of making sure you have your boundaries, for example. Make sure that you are kind to yourself too, taking also. So it's that middle ground between giving and taking, right? That balance between the two. In any case, when it comes to your specific situation, your specific message, there is a risk, a type of risk that needs to be taken. That is the space needed. That risk is the space needed for the creation process of these two energies to come together by time. And so if you don't take the risk continuously, these two energies won't show you how they're supposed to come together. And so you must be patient and give it the time to be created in the right way. Which makes me think, actually, not all of the puzzle pieces have been revealed. I forgot to look at this. Will of the Wisp. Maybe this adds an element here that we're not seeing yet. Sin also. There's something about you refusing the other side. Between mistrust and trust, whatever the two sides are, there's something about you being fully convinced of one side and seeing the other side as sinful, as bad. But within the sin card, there's luxury. So there's something beneficial there that you might want to consider. So Will of the Wisp, maybe it gives us an idea. Will is the W. Will of the Wisp. It says, you may be saying to yourself, this illustration looks a little muddy. It's hard to see what is going on here. And all that stands out are these blue glowing creatures. Yeah. That is by design, because you see the will of the wisp, also known as Ignis Fatuus. Oh, there's actually something called the will of the wisp. Willow the wisp. Okay. Also known as Ignis Fatuus, Latin for foolish fire. Arrives when you find yourself tempted to follow a path that is not only unclear, but holds the potential to take you far afield from your goals. So perhaps do you see how this is a crossroad actually? One path you don't want to take, you obviously don't want to take or that's the path you want to take, this glowing path, because you feel that's the right one and you're not wrong. But the other path, you feel like it's like a sin or something. And maybe where you are going at the moment, the way, if you decide not to look at the other path and hold it at the same time, consider it at the same time, you might just find yourself going far from your goals. Very interesting. And so the secret here that Kali Ma wants to show you is that you will be one of the only one or one of the few, because you're already so good at something. The Emperor and the Empress, the feminine energy, the masculine energy. Or, to put it better, the yin and the yang. So, the yin and the yang. So, if you are able to bring these two energies together, give it just a space and time for it to be created, to grow, to show you how it's supposed to come together. Just like a mother provides the womb. The mother doesn't put the baby together, right? It just creates the nurturing environment and the space for the baby to naturally grow. It's kind of the same thing. If you take a risk and consider as well the other side that you're refusing to see or labeling as a sin or wrong, and work with these two energies, allowing them by time to form naturally together. Just because you're constantly taking the risk and being patient, they will form together. And you will be amongst the few, or the only one maybe, that figures it out and gets the treasure and the luxury that nobody else gets to enjoy. Very interesting. So Kalima believes you are ready to receive that very secret. It's been planted there by the universe. It seems as part of the creation and the evolution maybe of maybe human beings and their relationship together. And you holding the space for these two energies is going to obviously make you very alluring, but a risk must be taken for that allure to happen. And initially, with paranoia, initially it might be super confusing to the human mind to grasp the idea of how can these two come together? Like what? But you don't need to necessarily make it happen. You just need to hold the space for it to show you how it happens. And that is by creating the space, aka, in your case, the risk that you will continuously take for it to form. And while you might be highly suspicious in the beginning of this idea, of this theory, the stress level could be high, the fear, you might feel like it's going to create trouble, you know, that's the thing. Allow it to happen. What? Yes. Allow it to happen, because it may look like chaos in the beginning, but it is the space needed for it to form. You know, just like when we're cooking, sometimes things can look absolutely wrong before they look absolutely right. Like a kid watching, or a child watching their mom cook in their early years, watching the mother crush the apples and going, "No, mom, you're ruining it." only to realize that it has created a delicious apple pie that you always want to have. So, or a milkshake that is yummy, or anything like that. So yeah, it's just allow this process to happen. And it seems with the dangerous here that most people don't want to allow this process to happen in this path or that path. Each one thinks that the other path is dangerous. Like if we look at the conversation, for example, between me and my friend, I'm looking at her point of view and thinking, oh my God, that's dangerous, right? And she's looking at my point of view and going, oh my God, that's dangerous, right? So it's the idea of getting into that danger, whatever that opposite danger in whatever your situation is, putting yourself out there in the other path. Stay safe, of course. I don't know what I'm reading about, but of course, stay safe. You must do it with discernment, of course. Always be mindful and discerning, but somehow put yourself out there in a safe way for you, absolutely, but put yourself out there. And sometimes it's a little dipping, and then sometimes it's putting in the feet, and then sometimes it's getting into the water. Yeah, ease yourself into it. Be discerning, but get into it. And through that process, while you know how when you jump into the pool, initially it's cold and you go, oh, I made a big mistake. And then 2 minutes in, you're like, oh my God, that's so good. And you start telling your friends, the water is great. Come in, right? It's kind of like that. Ease yourself into the process. Once you're in, just be comfortable with the uncomfortable. That's the space needed. And then it's just going to come together. It's exactly what I am seeing as your secret from the goddess that is involved in the process of creation herself. You know, by the way, Bhuvaneshwari is the fourth of the Mahavedyas goddesses. Mahavedya, by the way, means expansive knowledge, wisdom. So this is like real wisdom that she is giving you in your specific situation, letting you know that she planted it this way. It was created, intended to be this way. for you to take that risk for your higher good, for your higher understanding of something, to fully grasp something. Because obviously on one side, you fully grasped it. And on the other side, in order to grasp it and then learn how they form and work together, it just needs space and time, aka risk and patience, in sitting with the uncomfortable energy until the uncomfortable energy becomes comfortable, and then it becomes luxurious, something that you absolutely enjoy. And my dear pile number 3, this is exactly what I see as your specific message and information that you are ready to receive, that secret of the universe that you were ready to receive from Kalima in your reading today. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Remember, this is going to lead to great luxury, great manifestation, great abundance, as is the energy of Bhuvaneshwari. All the best of luck with what you are trying to achieve. You will achieve it. I'm just letting you know. You will achieve it. You're ready to receive this knowledge for a reason. And my dear pile number 3, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye.